Hey pilots, welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales in my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchere Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League, so I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. Let's start by taking a good look at the hangar. We got Frick and Frack, my Death Button Raven and my Russian Death Button Raven. And then we got the General, my beautiful Train of Fury. Then we got Reaper, my Avenger Bulwark. And we got Buzzkill, my Spark Scorch Mender. The bots are level 6 and the weapons are level 9. I'm just about at Masters 3. I'm going to call this battle Divide and Conquer. And wow, this is a great and yet simple lesson to learn. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as I play their awesome song, Theta. So, this is Springfield, and I always open up with a general and get right here to this little spot behind the bridge, and from here, it's not kind of a bridge, it's kind of a walkway, but I can basically shoot anyone within reason, within range. Looks like my mates have gone up to the left over there to get the the beacon on the platform, and also they're kind of cross over there to get the far one too, which is kind of nice. Now from here, obviously, I'm going to basically try to just keep the heat on the center beacon there. Try to keep them basically contained. If they're going to sit right there and group up, that's fine. I'm going to splash up in there. Now, we had a Bulwark on our team that walked on over there. And what he did was almost a sacrifice, but it wasn't a bad thing. Because what it did do is it basically inspired the Reds to all group up in that one little area and work around to try to get him out. But in doing so, it gave our team a little bit of a time to go over and basically establish themselves on that platform. I've called this battle Divide and Conquer. You know what? And it's got a really simple lesson. You know, we've all heard the term Divide and Conquer. Divide and Conquer. It's used in, different battle cries and stuff like that. And it does reveal a very solid tactic that can be used in battle. And that is when you have a big open field like this. By the way, I'm going to drop the general because I got to go over there and monitor that threat right there to that beacon. The double jump on Frick allows him to go right on up there and do some damage. And this guy's a support bot. He can't do much. And that little Gareth is actually going to take him out. But yeah, you don't have a shot at Frick here. So anyway, So what we're doing right now is our team kind of split up. And some went to the right and some went to the left. And as simple as that sounds, why wouldn't you do that every time? I don't know, but some don't. But by dividing, what you're doing is you're causing a team to basically spread around. And when they're having to spread their resources, you start getting a little bit of an edge on them. So Divide and Conquer, as simple as it sounds, is a very, very effective way of taking advantage. Once you start seeing your resources die down in one different quadrant, like I saw over there, I moved my guy over there to make sure that we're always having a few to this side and then a few to the other side. Divide and conquer. If you group up in one area, you're not going to make it. So when you die in battle and you respawn, it's important that you're going off to where you need to fill in some gaps. Don't go running up with your group. If there's 3 or 4 in one area, go to the other area. Divide and conquer. You really, in most maps, and a lot of maps, you can kind of go 3 and 3. 3 go one way, 3 go the other. And if someone dies in one way, make sure that you get on over there. Now, I already have a couple guys going over to that left side, so I don't need to go over there. But Buzzkill needs to go over here and basically monitor this guy again. So we have a lot of support bots in the back here, and by having support bots, it's hard for them to really watch this beacon all that well. This guy probably should have been able to take out that guy before that happened. But here's Buzzkill now. Buzzkill is my Spark Scourge Bender. He buzzes, then he kills you. He's got the Sparks and Scourges have a pretty long range. They aren't that formidable when they're far away, but they're really formidable when they're up close. And Buzzkill, he's pretty dangerous when he gets up close to you. When I hit the mending ability, he's just about unkillable. Now we go ahead and we have several mates going down here. I'm going to stop these threats. Now that we've got this one, and we're dividing and conquering still, because now that we got this area, see what happened? By going over to that far platform, the Reds all started going over there because they had to go after that threat. Because we divided up and we're over there, it pulled them over. But by doing that, it allowed a gap over here in coverage. So again, we're dividing, conquering. Now that they're over there, we're going over here. And so that's another thing too, when you divide them up, when you split them up, make sure you take advantage of that situation and go after the beacons, because you are trying to go after the beacons. What you're trying to do is split them up to allow some gaps to do that. And once you have that gap, then you fill in and you go after it. And this whole divide and conquer thing is simply a matter of getting them to go where you aren't, or getting them to come where you are, and then taking advantage of the gap that you're creating. So divide and conquer really is a very sound tactic. And it's as simple as it sounds. It's amazingly effective. So there you go. Nice green banner at the end there. We divided and conquered. As you can look at the battle stats, you'll see that we have masters and experts on both sides. And we have a little more damage than them, but by dividing and conquering, it did allow us to chip them away, because we are hitting them from 2 different angles as opposed to being all grouped. So dividing and having 3 go right, 3 go left, not too many in one direction or the other, is really a very formidable tactic when you're in battle. So, hey, if you see your name, thanks for the game. It was a whole lot of fun. Peace out. I'm going to call this battle Fearless. Oh my gosh. Stick around, guys. Wait for a good show here. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, War. Perfect for this battle. So this is Rome, as you know. I open up Rome with Frick. He's my death button Raven. The double jump lets him get right up against the backside of the Colosseum. From here, I plan my attack. I either go right or left, depending on where the Reds are and where I can get my first initial pounce. And the double jump allows them to pounce. I landed that one poorly though, and so because of that, I was picked off real quick like. So now I'm hopping into Frack. He's my Russian death button. Same double jump, but he's got a little bit longer range, so he can do some splash down, back out, reload, and do it again. So I'm gonna kind of time it right and see if I can get get that guy out, double jump, come on over here and see what I can do. There we go, killed that guy. Now I gotta see if I can make it on down here and see if I can go ahead. Oh no, he's got that one. I gotta liberate this one if I can. It's a matter of staying here and see if I can try to liberate. If nothing else, neutralize it. I neutralize it, but now Frack's taken back out. So now I'm gonna hop into Buzzkill. He's my Spark Scourge Mender. This next performance deserves a formal introduction. His team thinks he's friendly. He looks very nice. The Reds think he's feeble. The Reds should think twice. He doesn't look tough, but don't let his size fool you. Dismiss this guy's threat, and he's gonna school you. To see this one fight will give you a chill. It's easy to see why they call him Buzzkill. One of the most underrated builds in my hangar, Buzzkill, my Spark Scourge Mender, quickly proves his value within moments of entering any battle. The long-range top-mounted weapons allow him to shoot over the top of lower structures, much like the General, without risk of return fire. But it gets better. His ability to mend others around him as well as himself unlimited amounts of times in battle make him invaluable in closely matched battles where longevity is the key to victory. But it still gets even better. When activated, his mending ability allows him to weather nearly any firefight while dishing back amazing amounts of damage in close-range fights with his high-output energy weaponry. With his added health module update, Buzzkill seems almost unkillable, even to the most formidable foes. So, take your best shot and bring all your skill. Just be ready to dive when you face Buzzkill. He is one tough little son of a gun, and he is fearless. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, Buzzkill, as I mentioned in a few other videos, I got him to be this little utility bot. Cute little guy, gonna run around and mend his friends and, maybe zap a few reds when he had a chance to and all. And, just kind of be a little helper bot, But guess what? Sometimes these bots, they got a personality of their own. And Buzzkill, he don't want to be a little utility bot. He is a cold-blooded, ruthless, heartless killer. And anyone who gets close to Buzzkill, he's gonna buzz and he's gonna kill you. And he just keeps going and going and going. And he is absolutely fearless. He'll walk right up to anyone. He don't care their health power. He don't care nothing. And he'll just keep going. It's important if you have a mender to kind of be mindful of a couple things. Yes, you have that mending ability, but make sure you time it like now's when you pounce. You hit that thing, you can run, you can weather just about any storm and zap back, then try to time it so you have a full load of weaponry too. So if I do it right now, here we go, 1 2 3, now I can do it. I can run, I can hit a module, I can also power up. I'm gonna go over here and cap this beacon here. It's a matter of just kind of staying alive and taking advantage of everything. Both the health thing, watch, boom, 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 boom. I can weather this one. I'm gonna even heal my guys, and then I get back here, and I'm not sure how much longer, but you know what? Hey, he is one tough son of a gun. He'll walk right up into anyone. He don't care. Come on, I got this. You know what? He'll get taken out eventually. So now I'm gonna hop into Reaper. He's my Avenger Bulwark. He's a pretty tough son of a gun too. He never runs from a fight. He walks right into it. He don't care. The Avengers have a huge magazine. They can fire and fire and fire. I'm probably not doing it right. I should actually be dropping my Ansel shield, my Aegis shield, but I'm just doing it. I got it up anyhow. Usually what you try to do is drop the Aegis and weather the storm, but with that guy dropping the Zeniths down, I went ahead and kept the Aegis up just to try to have as much durability as possible. And there was a nice green banner. The fearless facing down the death thing with Buzzkill is usually his specialty, and I've learned to just let him go for it. When he wants to go and take on the world, you just gotta let him do it sometimes. It's a whole lot of fun. It's not always the most tactical thing in the world, but hey, if you got an assassin on your team, if you got a little pursuer or a little guy like Buzzkill and he's good at it, let him do what he's good at, man. Take advantage of your strengths. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Here's a second look at this week's Skirmish. The hangar looks like a Raker, a Hades, a Strider, a Pursuer, and a Raven, and various types of weaponry on them too. I'm going to call this battle the Quick and the Dead, and you're going to see why here in a second. I enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish. So I'm going to open up with a Strider. It's got an Ember Magnum on it, and I'm zipping over here to give these things. This is a Beacon Rush. So I usually play Domination, so you got to kind of be mindful of Beacon Rush on when you take someone out. They might be popping right on in there if it's already a red beacon there. So be careful of that. They can definitely pop in right on you. And then you got to be mindful of where you want to spawn when you hop back into battle. You don't start back at your spawn point. You can spawn anywhere you want that has already been a liberated beacon there. I died already quickly in my Strider, so now I'm in this Hades. Now Hades has kind of a special thing. There you go. You use the energy absorbing shield, and then he shoots back, and so it's an easy kill. But now someone's gonna pop in right there, so I gotta be ready. But he also has his special ability button. The module is one where you can actually see through the stealth, which was really good against that Strider and allowed me to stick around. Now the Strider, the weaponry on them is a corrosion weapon, so they're not going to be wasting you like you would on a Gotchure. So I'm gonna hop back into my little Pursuer, and so what this is like a corrosion weapon. So when you shoot, it shoots this acid and it slowly corrodes on the thing. I'm not quite sure what the range is on it, but I'll tell you what, this little Pursuer, he's got the health module on him, and I also think that they have the upgrade, wherever you call it, so the weapons are a little bit higher power. So anyway, so this little corrosion thing is pretty cool. you shoot it, and then you can hop out of the way and let the corrosion work its magic. You don't just sit there and take fire, return fire. So that's how you want to use this one. And this is what I found out by the pursuer on my first battle. And basically you let off a few shots, tag them with your corrosion weapon, and then jump out of the way. So you don't have to sit there. You can let your corrosion weapons eat away at their metal, if you will, and then jump out of the way and not sit there and take return fire. It's pop in and out. Now, that's just the way you use this one. Use tactics and techniques that'll let you get more out of your buck. So I shoot, then I hop out of the way, then I shoot, then I hop out of the way, and that's the way you work this one with the corrosion weapon. You don't have to sit there and take back or return fire as you're shooting at them. And also, this particular pursuer, the way they have it outfitted, he's got the health module and he's got a stealth. So you can really get a lot of traction, a lot of mileage, if you will, out of this build. And also, this one here, what I'm doing is when he's tied up with my mate, I'm shooting him. So this is another way of taking advantage of, basically don't stand in the same line of sight and take advantage of that 2-on-1 opportunity there. So again, it is beacon rush. You're basically trying to cap beacons as you go, and also be mindful that they can respawn right as you take them out if you haven't liberated that beacon. Now this guy here, I'm not sure what's going on. He doesn't seem to be moving. He's kind of stuck on that wall, and we are taking him down to the last guy, and that's this one here. I don't really like shooting at a guy that's stuck. It's not really fair, but my guy did it anyhow, and now we've got 5 beacons, and this is going to be a nice easy win. We mech'd them out and we got all their beacons. So there you go. And that was a good look at this week's skirmish. Let's see how we did on the battles. Okay, looks like I got top damage on mine. 2 of us scored a little over 1 million points, and they had a couple guys, 3 guys on that side that scored 1 million points. Great thing about skirmish is you're going to have a variety of league ranks on either side. It doesn't really even look at that. It could be anywhere from bronze all the way up to master, all the way up to champions there. And so there you go. And so that was this week's skirmish. Hope you had a chance to go out and check it out. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel almost daily, so please stop by when you're able and check out the fresh new material. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. If you like what you see, please tap on the red subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. It would also be helpful if you could make a comment about the video, whether it's an example of how the episode helped you, or maybe additional advice to help elaborate on the tactics I shared, or even constructive comments that'll help clarify something I might have missed. It's all good and greatly appreciated. Finally, this game is full of challenges and can create frustration for some who are simply trying to have fun with this awesome game. My goal is to provide you all with helpful information and help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone who you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep 'em blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Make sure you're having fun, though, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.